folks. Welcome to another edition of Ark Survival Evolved. Hrph here. We are attempting to recover from the last episode where we thankfully kept our Argy through the transfer process, but we lost all the items that we were carrying. So we're going to do a quick recovery here, and then we'll get off to the episode. So I just wanted to show. This is the admin console I'd alluded to a couple of times. So you access this by pausing the game. On Xbox, you hold your two shoulder buttons, and X and Y, I can do it. Hold the controller with my two index fingers for the shoulder buttons, and then I can press X and Y with just my thumb. So that brings up the admin command box. So the first thing I want to do is use the GMSummon command. So this command, and it's really hard to find details on this. I've only had to use this a couple of times, but I've done some testing here, and this is the easiest way, I think, to spawn in a tamed dino. So we had tamed 2 level 20 Dimetrodons. So this, this cheat GMSummon command with the Dimetro character, BP20C, this will... typing it like this, and I'll throw this, these things that I'm using in the description of the video, so you'll have it. But also, you can find this. The GMSummon command, like I said, it was a little bit hard to find, the actual syntax. But there's other commands you can use. There's the admin cheat summon command, which will summon a untamed dino of random level. Of that type, you can use the admin cheat. There's a spawn dino, and then you can specify the blueprints if you hate yourself and you want to type. And then there's also there's an admin cheat summon tamed, which will also spawn a tamed dino of a random level. So what I'm doing is using the GMSummon command because that'll just let us specifically call out the dino that we lost here. So I'm going to go ahead. So you type this into your thing, you hit your start button, then you hit admin, and boom. So I'm just going to hit cancel. Now we have gotten attacked a couple of times here. So this is a level 20 dino. I don't think you can specify male or female. So I'm just going to do this a second time because we had 2 of them. Attacked by troops. That's about the 3rd one. So I'm not sure who got him, but yeah. So we also lost the saddle for the Yankee, which I'm going to spawn in. We also lost the 2 cryopods that these guys were in. We lost our just regular Longneck rifle, and also about 30 or 35 Tranq Darts. So I don't remember the exact number, so I'm just going to give myself 30 Tranq Darts. So these guys are all set to follow, I guess. I don't really want that. Let's set everybody to stop. So let's go up into this box. I'm just going to erase everything. So the X button erases. I mean, it does tell you what it does here. X button is basically backspace. So for the next couple, I'm just going to use the give item. Give. You can probably hear me whacking away at on my controller. It's giveitemnum. And I'm using these because these are quicker. There is a GFI code for these, but this was a little bit less typing for me. So 211 is the number for. I can explain these in a second. So 211 is the item number for the Argentavis saddle. 1 is just the quality. Quantity, so we just want 1 saddle. And I believe the last number, if you had an ascendant saddle or something like that, right, you could type in 100 there, and it would give you a high quality saddle. For us, it was just a default saddle, so I don't want to cheat too much. So we're just going to give ourselves, and you should see it pop up quick if you typed it correctly. Yeah, there it goes. So it should be in my inventory. And I picked up the bags that were laying around. So this is a regular RG saddle. Where did he go? Oh, he just landed way over there. Jeez, he made me nervous for a second. It's like, did I just kill him? You know? So let's put his saddle on. I want to sit on him because I just keep getting attacked by stuff. So he's killed like 3 Troodons for me. Plus we got attacked by a raptor at the very end. So this this obelisk isn't so safe. I mean, this... Okay, so we just have a couple left to do. A little bit easier to type. So I'm going to do 131, which is a regular long neck. So let's go over here, and we'll just erase these. Oop. 131. Should see it pop up after a second. Primitive long neck. And now we just have the Tranq Darts. And then the Cryopods. So for these two, I didn't find a giveitemnum command. So we're just going to use the GFI. So it's cheat GFI. Oh. Space, and then when you look these commands up, they all have most everything is capitalized, you know, the start of every word, and you don't need to specify it like that. It's really just for ease of you know, visually looking at it. So you should see, oh, we gave ourselves 1. What a dummy. All right. So I'm going to come over here and say 29. So that should give us 30 of those. And then one last one. And this is the Cryopod. So I want 2 Cryopods. And I guess I could have done this back at the base, but I don't really care about the Cryopods. So for Cryopods, it's just cryo. And you have to spell that right. And boom. We just exit out of that. We look at our inventory. So we got a long neck, 30 darts, and 2 Cryopods. So I'm going to use the old Cryopods. The reason I have so much stuff is from both of our bags. So when you transfer off the map, anything, you know, in your inventory or anything that you're wearing, and the same goes for your creature, any of that stuff will drop into a bag. So all I did when we came through was I picked up the 2 bags from me and the RG, which is why I have all this junk. He probably just has some meat in there. Has it got pie in there? You know what? I'll just take it. Okay, so that is our stuff we have recovered from the Great Ark tragedy. So I was a little bit distraught at the end of that last episode, and I'm just really happy that we actually, you know, kept the RG, because he was pretty unique with cool colors. Yeah, we could spawn in another one of the same level and all that, but yeah, the other thing I should note is when you use GMSummon and you tame it in, at least, you know, it works this way in single player, is that when you spawn in a level 20, it compensates for the levels that you gain by taming. So we happen to tame them in both at level 29, and both of these guys. Oh, they came in as level 30. I guess you get a little extra level. So, well, whatever. So it gives you the actual 100% taming. So, hey, I guess we cheated the game a little. But the game also cheated me of time out of my life. So I also had it backwards in the last episode, where the first thing you should do when you're pulling items out is you leave your items in there if you're transferring items and creatures, and pull the creature out first. Because that's generally when the game is going to crash. And that way your items will stay in the, they were saved in the obelisk, and you haven't taken them out. So generally when the game crashes, the characters are saved. So I am going to do that from now on, and we'll see how that goes. But we'll follow that. So I'm going to fly back to base, and I will bring you back when we are ready to actually deploy our Dimetrodons, and I'll show you the the temperature effect they have, and we'll throw down a Deinonychus egg, and we'll start the hatching process while we wait for the prime meat jerky to finally finish forming, so that we can go hunt for argies. So we'll bring you back here shortly. Okay guys, we are back here at our Valguero base. I'm going to see if I can throw this Dimetrodon up on top of these. Let's see. Way to go! Well, he pooped. Kind of gross. Oh man. Okay. Well, let's throw him back in here. Kind of like the color of his spine there. Do you see that? I guess I'm gonna throw him over here. I don't really care about the cryo sickness, because I think his area of effect. So remember, we were in the 600s. So let's see where we're at now. So yeah, he's brought it up to 800 or 900. And if we throw this guy, throw this guy over here, he's out cold too. And if we check right here where the eggs, whoop, now closing the door. There's it. There's it. So yeah, you can see we're up to 11 and 12. So this should be enough to drop the Deinonychus egg. Let's try it. Is this the 135? This is the 135. So let's. Okay, now it's important that you concentrate on not eating the egg. The left trigger, you throw it. Look, and I believe we are incubating now. We are no longer too cold. Yeah, what does it say for time? It's hard to get this just right. So that's 16 minutes. Okay, that's too much. So we're going to have to adjust this down for the hatching speed. But that's okay for now. Because unfortunately, we got time to kill. We haven't been here, so the timer for the prime meat jerky is not advancing, although it looks like well, we got ourselves a piece. Let's see, do we have one over here too? Yep. Well, you know what, guys, honestly, we had one piece of look in here. Let's look in here. Oh no, I was going to say we have ourselves one piece of kibble, right? What's that noise? Not the fridge? No, it wasn't this guy. Kind of like this guy's fin here. Kind of rainbowy. I mean, I'm not glad that our original ones were lost in the bit bucket, but these ones are kind of cool. Yeah, he did wake up. Okay. So that's a female. The male. So we ended up with mate boosted ones. Once they wake up. So maybe what we can do, yeah, so we have a piece of kibble. Yeah, let me get all this stuff together. So we can make exactly 5 pieces of kibble, which is what we would need for, according to Dododex, for a max level Argentavis. So I just threw all the meat, and yes, I did leave the oven going and the door open, so I'm a terrible homeowner, because this door was open when I got back, and this thing was still on when I got back, so yeah, terrible homeowner. So yeah, I think we can make with this, we get 4 pieces of jerky, so we can make 4 more pieces of kibble, and plus the one that we've got already, that gives us 5, which is all we need. So I'm going to get working on that. I'm going to let this egg incubate a little bit. I won't make you sit here and watch me make kibble, so I will bring you back shortly. Okay guys, our Deinonychus is about to hatch here. Got about 40 seconds. Before that happens, I'm going to just cryopod him quickly when he hatches, and then I'm going to throw him in the fridge. But we'll check him out briefly. I just wanted to point out, when I was cooking the kibble, I actually totally forgot that you could use thatch for fuel. It goes through it pretty quick, but it also prevents you from getting charcoal and potentially screwing up your recipe. So yeah, for that kind of stuff, and maybe for dye, I would encourage using thatch, just to so you don't have to worry about the charcoal. So that being said, let's let this guy. Oh, let's see. Imprint on him. Let's see how fast he's gonna. Let's see. Let's get us. Come on. Give me. So yeah, so he's a little baby 135. Okay, let's cryopod him quick, and we'll take care of raising him when we get back, while we're waiting for the Argies to hatch. So he should be just fine in here. This is all the cooked meat that I showed you in the industrial grill, and we're going to grab our kibble, our 5 pieces of kibble, so we don't have a lot of margin for error. So I'm going to go hunt for Argies over near the the trap that we had laid down before. So I will bring you back when we're ready to go. It's possible I have to go maybe up towards near the oil cave. That area, that's a super dangerous area though. I'm hoping we can find another decent level over here. So we have Sergeant here as a male, so we got to hunt for a high level female. And the goal being to just breed for the moment a single young RG that we can just take to Ragnarok. And I would love to take a second one, so maybe we can breed up a couple, so that we can bring one to each map that we go to. You know, the idea is we want to breed one with better stats that will replace ultimately one of the parents, and then we can take one of the parents with us is what we'll do. So anyway, I will bring it back when we get over there. Okay guys, we are back, and I forgot about this guy. We saw him last time we were taming, and I just wanted to see if we could this alpha raptor. I didn't even look to see what level he was. I should have looked. He was level 20, it wasn't too bad. We get anything good from that? We got a crossbow, got an apprentice crossbow. We got the skin, the claw, probably a ton of, what? Got your little buddies. Probably should have waited till we got an RG for that. Given all the prime, although, no, we have kibble, what am I talking about? Another raptor. Okay, that was it. I wanted to see that. We're still looking for RGs. I've only seen a couple of RGs, and they were sort of mid-level, so nothing exciting yet. But I will bring you back when we find one. If we find one. Okay, guys, I decided to pop into the cave since we were here, and it looks like the drops are back, so let's see what we can see here. Let's make an attempt. Blueprint for a stone axe. An ascendant stone. Well, that's crazy. Ascendant stone axe. Let's leave red for last. I'm not going to pick up the artifact because I've already got a couple. And just don't need another one. No blue one. Need a Longneck. Oh, good thing because we're having a sale on cloth hats. Is that a Gallimimus? These are terrible unless you're in the market for cloth hats. Okay. I don't mind the extra armor, but, you know, it'd be nice to get a fur hat, something useful. Let's make sure we don't get... Let's crouch and walk, okay. Longneck. Oh, is that a blueprint? Tell me that's... Oh my god, that's a blueprint. So, let's see what this one says. This one's also, looks like it's in the 200s, I can't quite read it. These are good blueprints. The problem is, I was looking at the blueprints for the long necks that we have, and they're only 260 or 280 damage. But they're calling for almost, it's like 3,700 metal. And it's just so much metal. I mean, you know, we can't really do that till we get an industrial forge going. And I have heard that it's going to be dark out here, so I'm probably going to hang out in the cave until light. But well, anyway, I'll opine on that story when we come back. But it was about Yankees. My understanding is the Yankees are they're not getting a TLC, but they are getting further weight reduction for metal as part of the November. I don't remember the date now that it's coming out, but it's early November, maybe the second week in November. They are doing a TLC package in Mammoth. Mammoth is getting a TLC. The Stego is getting a TLC. I want to say there was a third dino that I don't remember. I mean, you could read the patch notes to figure it out. But they're also adding breeding for normal wyverns. So wyverns that you know, spawn on Ragnarok and Scorched Earth and the Trench here in Valguero. So normal wyverns can now mate as of this update in July. We're also adding mating for a lot of the insects, like the spiders, Arthropleura, mantis. There's a whole bunch of stuff, so I would encourage you to go check out the patch notes, because much more than just a TLC for a couple of dinos. There's a ton of stuff coming out that's really interesting. And also the Fear Evolved event is going to include ghost dinos, which I didn't realize. So in addition to the skeletal dinos that you need to kill to grab the bones to help make, that are part of the recipe for some of the new items and skins and emotes and stuff, there are also ghost dinos that you can kill that will give you ghost dino skins, so you can apply them to the same type of dino. I believe there's Rexes and Wolves, and there's a bunch of them, but some of them are specific to, like, Scorched Earth and Aberration. There's only a couple that we can get on the island. So I'm probably not going to even worry. I think the Rock Drake, or the Reaper, maybe it's the Reaper that has one. So as far as I know, Reapers only spawn in Aberration. So there are corrupted Reapers on Extinction, but I've never seen regular Reapers over there. So yeah, there's going to be a couple on some of those maps that we're just not going to be ready to even play with. But yeah, some of the stuff's going to be great. Anyway, I will bring you back when it's daylight and we find an RG. I found a couple of high levels so far, but they've both been males. So we're still looking. Okay guys, I finally got a female in the cage. Oh my god, it took me getting killed and lots of other things. But we're gonna see if we can get it. So I had to come back with the Pteranodon, but I also put down a bed just in case I die again. So let me throw this in here so maybe we could see. So this is a 145 female. Literally has taken at least probably an hour and a half of game. But I screwed up. I had a 135 that I ended up getting killed by my RG, and so some of this has been my fault. But we've killed so many RGs to encourage better ones to spawn, that I feel like I've been over here for days, but oh, I got him through that little crack. Got her. Give it a second. Let's see. Right in your head. It's getting dark. I apologize for that. Hopefully we can see well enough. Let's see. Really need a good long neck. Really need a good long neck. So the Sarge is getting up into the 270s for levels right now. So he's really getting high. We're at level 88 and a half. So we're honestly getting close to being able to use the shocking Tranq Darts. We get up into the mid-90s. So we're still a ways away, but We're getting close. That'll be great for Rexes and other big things that we want to tame. Just trying to spread these out. Come on. Not giving up easy. He is not giving up easy. Ah, there she goes. Alright. So we can't tell much by these stats, so I'm going to throw the 5 kibble in there. Put my gun away. Oh, jeez. What a pain in the butt. Okay. What just happened? Did the torch break? Did I just put it out? I'm not sure what happened. So we're repairing these. I think some of these got damaged because the bird was attacking me in the cage. So my torch must have burned out or something. But I will bring you back when this lady is tamed up and we are ready to go home. So I have 2 cryopods with me. I have 1 cryopod. Oh, that stinks. That's right, because I used 1 for the Deinonychus, didn't I? So, okay. Well. Maybe I'll just cryopod the, well, it doesn't matter. Alright, I'll bring you guys back when she's ready. This thing is so cool over there. Where is it? Where is it? Where is it? Hey guys, so the Argy's about to tame up here. Oh, it tames up at about 65-15-ish, so we just got about 15 points to drop. So I am gonna cryopod. I think what I'll do is cryopod her, and I'll fly back the Sarge and have a Pteranodon follow us. And then we can compare stats when we get back to the base. And I'll set them on mating, and we can stand there and compare stats and go from there. So, yeah, we'll just watch her tame up here. What a pain in the duff, man. I think I was playing for 2 solid hours. I had 2 hours of footage, anyway. And most of that was trying to get a female Argy. It ended up, pretty good, right? This was the highest we saw. We saw a 140 male, 135 female, which my bird killed, so... But, yeah, so this is good. We can come over here. Argies keep spawning over here, so this is a great, great area. Here, I'll just tell everybody to follow me. Okay, I will see you guys back at base, and we'll compare stats and set them up for mating. Okay, guys, we are back. I'm just going to see if I can make a saddle for her real quick. I don't remember what I need. I know we need some chitin. What else do we need? It's probably down near the end. Wait, those are... Okay, so for some reason, my blueprints are showing up. So we have chitin, we need fiber and hide. I've been putting hide in this chest. 200 should be enough, and Miss Chops has tons of fiber still, so... Is that enough? No. Probably need more hide. You have hide? You do, look at this. Okay. Let's move her up here. Oh, I like her coloring too. It's actually pretty cool. Got some gray at the bottom. The wings. Okay. Let me look at her stats. Oh, I should have done this when she was in the cryopod. So let me, give me 1 second. I'm going to pull up the stats that I have written down. Hold on, for the Sarge. Okay, so I have the stats for the Sarge pulled up here. His health is 2482. Look at her health. So he's 2482. Now he was a 150 to start. He tamed in at 223, so he tamed in better than she did. And her health is almost, he's almost 25. But she's still a good 700 better in health. Sarge has 1280 stam, so his stam is better. Sarge has 780 oxygen, so oxygen is better. She's got 9400 food. Sarge has 8000. So far they each have two good stats. Sarge was 736 for weight. Yeah, her weight's way better, lower, so Sarge has better weight. Her melee is 565. Sarge was 507, so so that's 3 and 3. And her torpidity is 8376. And Sarge's was a little better at 8592. So, looks like Sarge has 4 stats and she's got 3. So the ultimate goal here is going to be to grab an egg that has the perfect stats between the two of them. And honestly, that's quite a bit. I mean, this, the resulting RG baby could end up being in the close to 240. Not really sure. We'll have to see how high it goes. But that'll be, a fantastic level to start. That'll get us up over the 300s by the time you fully, tame the thing up to 70, 75 levels. I can't remember I'll have to look that up, the amount, of levels that you can tame them up. So I'm going to go ahead and set these guys to mate, and we'll see what the resulting egg is. We're probably going to have to kill a bunch of babies, so because it takes a while to get the magic egg. But when we do, I will bring you back. So this is my bad. I thought I was on pause, and I was not. This egg had about a minute and a half to go, and when I turned around, the thing is halfway grown. So, and you can see the level. This is the very first egg that we hatched. It's 248, and I'm pretty sure that it has all the best stats. It's got the 312 health from the mom. It's got the 1280 stam from the Sarge. It's got 780 oxygen. I can't remember who had better oxygen. Let me see what... Oh, gosh. Okay, we have to... See, I thought I was on. Come on. Right, your oxygen was 6. Your food is 94, so I think it's got the high food. Melee, so this has got the better melee. Okay, so where's the baby? Is this the baby already? Oh yeah, adolescent. Yeah, so I pumped up the growth rate of these things. So I may want to turn this down a little bit, but yeah, I think this is actually the perfect RG, and it's a female. So it's got the let's just make sure it's got the 312 health from the mom, 1280 stam from the Sarge. It's got the 780 oxygen from the Sarge. It's got the better food from the mom. Sarge had 736 weight. Mom had the better melee at 566. And torpidity is crazy high. Oh, why am I crouching? Yeah, so torpidity for the Sarge was only 8,500, so this may actually have mutated. Let's check. Show ancestry. No, there's no mutations. But for some reason its torpidity is crazy high. Like 1,000 higher than, or 800 higher than the Sarge, so. Oh no, torpidity is 8. Wait, who am I looking at? That's the mom. I'm looking at the mom's ancestry, wondering why. What dope. No, so it didn't get a random mutation. That's interesting. But its torpidity is 94, and the Sarge's is best at almost 96. So it's 800 higher. Well, anyway, I am not going to complain. So look at this thing. 248 is the level. So what was Sarge? 223? So I mean, we jumped way up. So we can slap, 70 or 75 on top of this. And we could honestly improve this too with other males. So we could try to capture, some more high levels and see if we could even up this 248. So the goal now is to have this this baby grow up and replace the mom, and then, she's got all the mom's best stats, so we'll leave her with the Sarge, and we can take the mom as our bird over on Rag. It's kind of twisted, but that's the fun of Ark, right? You still have food? Do you still have food? Don't have any food. Okay, let me get you. So these things eat a crazy crap ton, which is kind of why I made this chest full of food. And they can eat this cooked meat. It helps them just as much when they're growing up, and it lasts a little longer so it won't spoil. So, as you can see, she's growing up pretty fast. So we're going to be skipping all, in most cases, we're going to be skipping any kind of imprinting, because these guys, I touched on this in the options video, but because these guys grow up so fast, we don't really have an option to imprint on them, but also we've elevated the stats a bit. So the imprinting just gives them a buff when you're riding them. But with the stat boosts that we have on health and melee, I think that more than compensates for the missing imprints that we get. So, and those are not buffs, right? Those are permanent fixtures, whereas the imprint is a buff if you're riding it. So anyway, I think this has been good. Now what we need to do is get ourselves a male with the same stats, and we'll have a better shot of that now that we have the perfect stat female. Oh gosh, okay, we're laying eggs like crazy. So we've got a few eggs to hatch. So I'm trying to watch a football game, which is why I'm getting confused. So I'm going to pause before this guy. I had started to write down on the billboard all the stats that we need, and you can see I didn't get very far. So, But now we have the perfect model with her, so we don't need to write the stats down. So like I said, I'm going to take a break here, and then we will come back with a little bit more breeding. I'm going to try to hatch up a few more, maybe at halftime of the football game or something. So we'll see you shortly. So hey guys, we're back. We are riding Mom right now. You can see she's 220. She was a 217. I've put a couple of levels into her. I'm really riding her out so that I can go collect chitin and keratin to make a saddle for the youngin, who is all grown up and ready to go. So we got a rocket, homing missile. So we hit two red drops here in Valguero. And the only results from the first one, we got an oil jar. We got an Ascendant Morellatops saddle. We got a blueprint for a Journeyman chainsaw. We got a blueprint for an Ascendant Rock Golem saddle, which could be good. We got a missile. We got a medium crop plot. Now, keep in mind, this, okay, starting right here, these were in a red drop with the yellow circle. So these are like super good red drops. You know, homing missile is good. And I guess, you know, this isn't a blueprint for a medium crop plot. It's an actual medium crop plot, but yeah, I don't care. And, you know, I got these, the same Adobe blueprints. Who cares? A blueprint for a water well? Who cares? A blueprint for a wind turbine, and a blueprint for flamethrower ammo, which, you know, I mean, there was nothing in there except for this missile, essentially. These drops are so bad. So I really want to go hit, I want to take the Mom here over to Ragnarok, but we need, and maybe we can just spend some time over there, start to establish a base. We need to get a saddle for the third RG. And I do want to hatch up some of the... I want to hatch up the Deinonychus, and I want to hatch up the RG eggs that we have. I probably want to try to hatch 1 or 2 RG eggs from the next generation here. We're going to try to breed the new RG with the Sarge and see what we get. What I'm trying to do here is get back to the beach, because we can hit up those turtles that are laying around, the turtle nodes. We can hit a few of them and get some keratin. So I will bring you back when that happens. I just wanted to complain about the drops. Alright, we'll see you shortly. Hey guys, we are back. We've got the baby Deinonychus here growing up. This is the 135. I threw it out of the Pokeball. He is scarfing my meat at an alarming rate. So I'm going to keep an eye on him. I've also got 3 eggs incubated. Oh, we've got one here. This baby needs to be at least 248. It is. And let's see, male. Okay. I'm gonna cryopod him. This was the first egg from the new RG and the Sarge. So that's potentially Sarge's replacement right there. So we did, let's see, I had a few eggs, I think 4 eggs left over from Sarge and the original Mom, and those 4, all the babies were around 220, so I just had the Mom eat them, and the Mom gained 10 levels from eating them, and got us just like 4.5 stacks of prime meat, so it's kind of nasty, but it is what it is what it is. Let's see. So this is a 231. That's no good. So we're gonna have Mom just nibble on this one. Now, obviously, a 231 RG is really good, but we are going to have many extras as we replace parents. So, so the next generation is going to be. I've turned off mating, by the way. So we only got what, 3 eggs? Yeah, 3 eggs from the Sarge and the new RG. The first one I just cryopotted, that was a 248. We gotta check the stats in a minute. I just want to make sure this one. What are you? You are 248 as well. Cancel. You are female. So I don't know. Let's cryopod that one as well, just quickly. And I mean, this one could be useful for another map. I just, it becomes very quick, you know, very easy. I mean, you know, if you think about it, we have the island, scorched earth. Can't really use these on aberration or genesis. So we have the island scorched, extinction, the center, Valguero, Ragnarok, and Crystal Isle. So we probably need what? We need one for Rag, one for Scorched, one for the center, one for Crystal Isles. So we only need 4 or 5, and we've already got 1. So it becomes pretty easy to get like a zillion RGs. I do want to keep like an army of them, because there is one of the Titans on extinction. Kind of flies around, so that one I have heard is good to use an RG army. So, but I think we can do better. I think we could probably try to do better than the 248s. So, which is why, you know, the Mom here and the Sarge ultimately he'll stay here and be our main guy. But so let's take a look at these. Wait, let's come over here so we can actually get out of the brightness. Okay, so need to get closer so I can see the stats. So I don't actually have them memorized, but 35 is the good. Whoop, that is the good. Wait, 1280 is the good stam. Torpidity is 9k. That's crazy. Oxygen 780 I think was the max, now that I see it. Food, I don't really care, but I'm pretty sure it was 9 something, 94. Let's see, weight. It's got the good weight, got the good melee. In fact, the melee almost looks like it went up a little bit. So yeah, that's the good everything. And this one's got 736 for weight, and this one's got 736 for weight. 566. Alright, so it doesn't look like there's a mutation or anything, it's just... Well, that's a female, and that is a male. So, yeah, we got a duplicate female, I guess. I don't know if it's worth raising or not. The nice thing about the cryopods, honestly, is you can put them in the fridge. They don't, they don't recharge in the fridge, but they last. They will degrade slower in the fridge, if that makes sense, right? You need the cryo fridge to actually recharge them, but they will degrade much slower I believe, in the refrigerator than they will in my inventory. Although, you know, they take 30 days to degrade, so... I'm debating on whether or not we should try to rate... Well, you know what, we gotta go check on the Deinonychus. Let's get some food, because he's probably gonna need food. A couple of stacks. He's already huge. We still have food. That is surprising. Right. I'm gonna have you follow me so you don't get stuck. The weird, yeah, the babies grow weird in. Sometimes they get stuck in the foundations like this. Not a big deal. He will come out. Get it moving around. Worst case is we can get a couple of good saddles. Oh yeah, there he goes. Right. What I really need to make is a feeding trough. But I need some raw metal. I just don't have the raw metal yet. So all of these babies, all of these eggs hatching, there's too much going on at once. I'm feeling some anxiety. So we're gonna slow down on this. I do want to hatch the other two. Definitely want to hatch the other two Deinonychus eggs at some point soon. But we don't need to do that right now. I'm trying to decide if there's an advantage to taking a Deinonychus with us. The advantage of having the Deinonychus is really having them as a pack. So I don't feel like taking one over to Ragnarok is really going to help us too much. See, oh, he's falling. I was going to say I'll stop. At some point I'm going to have to start setting some of these guys to... Alright, this is a mating pair. I need to set your behavior to passive. I need to set your behavior to... You are already passive. Alright, I guess I did that already. So one of the things that you have to do with these guys when you're leaving them here, because, you know, I keep them here, obviously for their, you know, temperature area effect to help hatch eggs. But if you start killing things, or one dies, if you're not paying attention and like one of the babies died, these guys will come try to eat it. So you got to make sure I put these on passive. So I've done that. Because they're a pain to get moved around. You can't ride them. So you have to cryopod them and try to throw them in the spot that you want. So anyway, yeah, they're kind of a pain. So, but I think we're looking good. I think what we're going to do to start off the next episode is we are going to go to Ragnarok. And we're going to take the mom here. And we're going to start to establish a base. I'm trying to decide if we should bring the Anki. We probably should bring the Anki, the beaver, and the in our bowling ball here. Probably should figure out saddles. We can figure out saddles for them over on the other map, though. But we bring these guys, and they'll help us get a base going nice and quick. So I think that's what we're going to do. So as always, I thank you guys for watching. Hopefully what we're doing here with the RGs, you know, is helping some folks. So if you find yourself enjoying what we do, throw us a like and subscribe. Really would help us out in the end. And as always, thanks for watching, and we will see you in the next one.